Aiken nor Kernahan, his equally corrupt colleague, had ever been caught. Perhaps he should be grateful to be kept on desk work, but instead he was becoming increasingly bored. Now it was all training courses and Patterson making a huge show of running a tight ship, at the same time as hunting everywhere for signs of corruption and irritating everyone by her obsession with tracking down those two bastards. He sighed. Patterson's attitude had driven D.I. Asha Harvey out of the Lisburn road station and up to Bangor in North Down. Despite the confirmation of Asha's promotion to D.I., she'd seen all the interesting cases given to other teams, while her own followed up petty thefts and such like. Even though Bangor saw fewer serious crime cases than Lisburn Road, she'd still be a big fish in a small pond there, and would have more responsibility. He was happy for her. He really was. But he missed her quiet, calm ways and her kindness. And then there were the counselling sessions Patterson kept trying to send him for. She'd put his apathy down to his injuries, but it wasn't that. Well, not just that, at least. It was the way the station had changed. Since the two rogue peelers, Aiken and Kernahan, had gone on the run, any of his colleagues who did believe the allegations, and there were still a few that didn't, had been looking sideways at each other, wondering who else might be banned. The fact that he was practically the only one in the station without a cloud of suspicion hovering over him should have made it better, but it didn't. It made him different. Whispered conversations stopped when he entered the room, and he got suspicious glances, even from people he'd got on with well in the past. He sighed and realised he was being observed. At his feet, the intelligent border collie gazed up at him, waiting to see what he'd decide to do. "What do you think, Meg? A lap of the lake at Duncan's Dam?" Her tail wagged furiously, taking her entire back end with it. "All right, but don't think you're getting off the lead. Last time you jumped in, Ellie said it took 3 baths to get rid of the stink." At the word bath, the tail lowered a little. Then it started its windmill rotation again as soon as he set off along the road that led to the dam. At the furthest point of their walk, his mobile went off. The name on the screen made him wince. Detective Chief Superintendent Patterson's voice could cut glass. He held the phone a few inches from his ear. "Yes, ma'am. We've had a tip-off about a potential drugs haul. Apparently it's on its way up from Newry in a..." The last word was lost to the weather. "Sorry, ma'am. Could you repeat that? It's really windy, and I can't hear you very well. It's coming up from Newry in a what?" "Boat. Bravo, Oscar, Alpha, Tango. Boat. I'll fill you in when you get here. Come straight up to my office." Meg whined as he pocketed the phone, her tail tucked between her hind legs as the sleet began to penetrate even her shaggy coat. "You're right, girl. Time to go home. Fancy a jog to warm up?" He arrived just as his brother Peter was lifting a giant turkey out of the oven. "Good timing. We're just about to sit down." Then, "No, Meg, no. Get that dog out of here," as Meg shook her whole body, spraying gritty water all around her. "Sorry, folks," Aaron said, unclipping Meg's lead. "But work calls. I've got to go." A chorus of wails from his niece and nephew tugged at his conscience. "I know. I'm sorry. I'll try to get back for tonight, but no promises. Have a wonderful Christmas Day. Love you all." There were times he hated this job, but the thought of a significant drugs haul, and that the chief was finally sending him out on a proper job, sent adrenaline surging through him. He pressed the button in his coat pocket and located his new car by the orange glow of flashing lights, hazy in sleet that was thickening into real snow. At least the kids would be happy if it turned out to be a white Christmas, even if the bookies weren't. Sinking into the sports seat of the Golf, he closed his eyes for a second and breathed in the aroma of new car. It had been worth the wait. Worth saving his spare cash over the last few years and living in a dive to be able to afford this. The automatic wipers dealt with the snow, and his lights adjusted themselves to the conditions. If he had to be out in this weather, at least he was doing it in luck.